Yeah, good morning, everyone. A quick one this morning as we go into our early morning show. Sorry, guys, that I came a little bit behind the schedule this morning. That happened because of some issues. Okay, guys, it's not really easy, but we're moving on. Yeah, this morning show is going to be a very quick one. It will be a very quick one this morning, and please just press your share button. Thank you guys for actually holding on. I can see that many of you are really loving this morning show. Yeah, let's just go quickly to the news headlines of today as we look at some issues that is actually happening in the country, Nigeria. News headline 10th December 2020. Yeah, the first one is from Ekiti, panels of inquiry, the aftermath of the NSAS and other related. Good morning, my brother. Ibota TV. I greet you, sir. Police shot me in my shop by 75 years old woman, tells Ekiti panel. The panel of inquiry is still ongoing, whereby people are now trying to talk to the government or to the panels on the brutality of the Nigerian police, including the Nigerian police SACs. Okay, now we have another very important one here right now on the COVID-19. The COVID-19 UK changes vaccine advice after allergic reaction. We all should be praying really very hard because this COVID-19 vaccine is actually creating a lot of issues in the life of the people. We all should be praying so very hard. We all should be praying so very hard to make sure that this COVID-19 vaccine does not actually create more problem, more damage to our system. Okay, many times that they have tried to give this vaccine to people, many of these people have been having some certain kind of reactions in their bodies. Okay. Akufo-Addo re-elected as Ghana's president. I said that yesterday. Akufo-Addo being re-elected as the Ghana president. Congratulations to the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana. Oh, Nigeria is a mess. Invitation of Buhari. Senate disowns rep. The invitation of Buhari. Senate disowns reps. I've said it several times that the worst arm of government in Nigeria today is actually the Senate. That's where they collect so very many fat envelopes for doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Please, as you're coming in, just press the share button and give us some likes if you love what we are doing every day. We are really trying to give us the best. So I think we can also be appreciated by coming in and give us some likes, some shares, so that at least we will continue having the energy and the capability to do it. Please, guys, just some likes, some shares, subscribe to Nigeria Watch TV if you've not done that. In invitation of Buhari, Senate disowns rep. It means they said they were not part of it. They never knew what was happening. But when Buhari said it was going to come on a joint session, but the Senate never said anything. They never did said anything. But now they are disowning them for reasons best known to them. It's really, really unfortunate, guys. We're going to have the worst system of the worst National Assembly ever since 1999. This 8 assembly, they are the worst. NAS lack power to invite Buhari over insecurity in Malami. I think I talked about this yesterday. The NAS has lack power to invite Buhari over insecurity by Malami. Malami is the AGF. It's the AGF, the Attorney General of the Federation. Thank you, guys. Please, we needed more likes. 97% of Numas Densma Clinic lack ambulances. Research. It's a pity. Everything about Nigeria is so backward. It's so awkward and very funny. 97% of Numas Demsa clinics lack ambulances. I don't know how an hospital can function properly without an ambulance. That's the truth of the matter there. Good morning, mommy. I don't know how they can function properly without an ambulance. That's what I'm still thinking. I don't know. Lagos banned burials on residential premises. That is very nice. Burials have been banned by the Lagos state government on residential premises. I've said that before. But before you can ban burials, you must be able to have an adequate and a proper alternative means. Okay, like I said, we don't have cemeteries in Nigeria. We really have a burying ground. No cemeteries. Cemeteries are properly taken care of. People have spaces in the cemetery whereby they can always go there and give honor to their loved ones, like it happens in the developed world. So when you are abandoning burying people at home, you must be able to actually also prepare a better, more conducive environment. Good morning, MD Sosa. A more conducive environment for them to bury their loved ones. So don't just ban it just the way Nigeria make laws and they don't care, because when you are making laws, you must be able to put also along the laws something that is very, very important, which is an alternative means to the thing that you are trying to stop from existing. Okay? That's how they close all the borders in Nigeria. No food is coming in, yet we don't have an alternative means to feeding the population. That automatically took the nation onto recession, and the price of food and food was hiked, and everything has turned around. Sister Joy, good morning, ma. Okay, so you must always have an alternative means of anything you're doing. Please, as you're just coming, just press some share buttons and give us some likes. Thank you, guys. Car finds Abdulma Yang for social media outburst. Okay. 5 dead in Ghana electoral violence. Every dead is a death anyways, but 5 dying in Ghana is just like a child's play in the Nigerian election. So, okay, let's go to the next one. Man United scramble for answers after Champions League exit. For those of you Man United fans, sorry guys, you lost that very early in this season. The entire I don't really know what happened to the big leagues in United Kingdom this season. They are all losing out, very, very fast. Okay, Cross River security outfit arrested suspected kidnap kingpin. You see, I'm really proud of this guy. The governor of Cross River State. They are really doing a lot. Cross River and Akwa Ibom State, they're really doing a lot to end this menace of insecurity in the state. And I want to encourage every other southern state, like I always say, because I'm one of the guys who believe in United Southern Nigeria. I want to encourage every other southern state to take the same method to make sure that these people are being arrested and their states are being secure, particularly during this festive period, which is Christmas time, where everybody needs money, whether legally or illegally. NSAS Monarch convenes security meetings after bank close in Iseyin. There is a security meeting being convened by the monarch of Iseyin when after the bank has closed up. After this NSAS protest, many of the police have not actually resumed back again to full duties. So they want to actually punish the people for speaking out their mind. You only get that in a country like Nigeria. Playing against Messi is a great privilege, Ronaldo. Okay. Government killed 2 siblings in Imo. Life is no more important in Nigeria, anyways. Life is it's worthless now. Even the life of cows are even more valuable than the lives of Nigerians. It's a pity, anyways, but what can we do? Fire didn't sponsor my election. NAS President Asifon. This is the first time I've seen a 45 years old guy who had finished school, who is not even a student, has become the NAS president. 45 years old. Very soon, I promise you, very soon in Nigeria, the NAS will not be controlled by 60 years old politicians. I'm telling you, go mark it down. Very soon, the NAS will not be controlled by 60 years old politicians. Because everything about Nigeria is already being turned upside down. Protester block INEC office entrance over immobile election. Over immobile election outcome. Okay. Are they worried about the election, or what are they protesting for? We don't have election in Nigeria, we have selection. Okay. They select people they want to bring into power, and that's it. So they force you to accept whoever that they are selected to become their representative. Okay, guys, until we wake up and begin to demand for our right, we'll continually be used and dumped by these elements, who had actually put themselves as gods and slave masters over us. Okay, ASU strike. Junior Abuja migrate to virtual classroom with 5,000 students. Okay, the Junior Abuja has migrated to virtual classroom that is now using the visual aids like Zoom and others. And that's what I think. And the world is coming there very soon. Very soon there will be no classroom teaching anymore because of the way the world is already evolving as at today. Everybody will not be doing their classes from home while the teacher is somewhere doing the lectures, in or through a Zoom. Please, let's give us some like. Let's share more of these videos for other people. Navy laments involvement of officers in crude oil theft, illegal bunkering. They have been doing it from the beginning. This is not the first time, the naval officers that is assigned to these oil facilities in the Niger Delta. They've been there. They've been involved in oil bunkering from the beginning. This is not even their gas. How did they make money? Even their gas are the ones that are actually getting involved. It's only when the case gets bad that their gas will run out and can't come and try to defend their criminal act by trying to lay the blame or shift the blame to the junior officers who are in the field. Okay, who give this junior officer the right, the power, to get involved in oil bunkering, if not that the senior officers are actually, the one that is perpetrating this evil, just like the police. We blame the police, they collect a Roger, 20 naira and all that, killing people on the street of Nigeria. Who actually gave them that courage? Who gave them that power? If not the commissioner of police, the AIGs, the DIGs, and the inspector general of police. They are the ones. The same thing with the soldiers. So everything they collect goes up to the highest ranked, officer in these different military formations. Okay, guys. Because these guys, sometimes I look at when they leave power, they are so rich that sometimes you start wondering how much were they actually receiving while they were in government. Okay. Ekiti Assembly condemned irregular sacking of varsity health tech workers. Okay. What is Fayemi doing by sacking people every time? You don't need to sack them. You need to actually find a way to employ more people into the civil service. The amount of money you guys are actually enjoying from the assembly to the executive is enough to actually pay these people. Like I said yesterday, there is a state in the United States of America where the wife of the governor is actually working extra hours to meet up with the financial, responsibility of their family, because what this government is paying the husband, because of the poor rate of that very particular state, it's not enough for them to be able to take care of themselves. Okay, police nab woman, 2 others over illegal revenue collection. I've already said this before. There has to be digitalization of revenue collection in Nigeria. It's because everything is being done manually. That's why people still get the chances of taking advantage of it. And the Nigerian government does not even care also. That's the most worrisome part of it. They don't care. They don't even care. That's just the truth. They don't even care. They don't care about anything. Because they actually benefited from it also. They are part and parcel of the system that is not functioning. So because of that, they don't care. They don't want to talk about it. They don't have anything to say. They just do what they want to do. Okay? NSCDC arrests 4 illegal petroleum product dealers in Abia. That's nice. We pray that they continue doing the right thing. Hope they are not picking people that refuse to pay them, bribe. I know these people, I've seen them on the highway most of the time. They are always there, always trying to do something very funny every day. Okay? National Directorate of Employment gets acting DG. Congratulations. Navy declared for the 3 personnel wanted for desertion. How would you not leave? How would you not run? Nigeria is not a country. How would you not run away? They're going to run away. You send people to America to go and do what? When back home they have nothing. They will run away. They will run away. They will just pick race. You are sending people to America for what? When their home country is bad. They will pick race and run away, my brother. So don't blame them. Good morning, dear. Blessing. How you doing? They will just pick race and run away. That's the truth of the matter there. They will pick race and run away. Okay. So before I go over to the news, to analyze it, I want you guys to listen to this video that I'm going to play right now.
I don't imagine any responsible lawmaker, be it PDP or APC, at this material time, who will be interested in the embarrassment of a man who has probably, with due respect, embarrassed himself enough as it is. You're dealing with a situation where there is a systemic pattern of lack of desire to communicate with the people. Have you removed the possibility that presidential conversation could infuse hope? Do you know the power of just the president infusing hope and just telling the people, I'm on it, some of these things are going on, some I can tell you, some I cannot tell you, but be rest assured, this is happening. Do you know the implication for the honorable members when their constituents are probably thinking that they're sitting down in the comfort of the hallowed chamber and doing absolutely nothing? Look, if the president doesn't go, the heavens will not fall. But we are saying that there's a pattern here. We practically have to beg him to speak to the Nigerian youth when they took out on the whole street and shut down everything. He doesn't have to be an orator. We've seen this man over the years. So when he delivers a speech, frankly, he delivers it well. And no one should come and pussyfoot us by giving us the impression that he doesn't even know how to talk. He can be guided. The people who will ask questions can be screened. The speaker and the senate, whoever is in charge, can guarantee that anybody who goes in front of national television, in front of the entire world, only to embarrass himself, claiming he's embarrassing the president, does himself a lot of harm.
Mr. Sowunmi,
we are protecting the presidency too much. We're creating the impression that the Buhari presidency is a... clone or a cocoon or a cabal or what you call like a coven of very dark forces who are not willing to be seen in the light.
So you see that conclusion. You know, a coven of a dark forces who are not really ready to be seen in the light. That was a description of Sowunmi, you know, on Chinese television yesterday when he was trying to address the the absence of the president to the summon by the House of Representatives. It is disgusting. It is embarrassing. It is provocative. You know, in my yesterday's early morning dose, I tried to explain what this guy, Malami, you know, the AGF said over the National Assembly does not have the right to summon the president. And at the end of the day, the president refused not to go. And many talks here and there over the president not being an orator, over the president not having this mind to be able to talk much, over the president cannot do this. Come on, guys, if he's not an orator, he should resign. He should quietly get off the seat. He should throw in the towel. If you don't have the capability to lead a complex nation like Nigeria, please take the exit. Listen, guys, there's no need of any one of you trying to hold brief for Buhari anymore. We are damn tired of the entire system that is happening. It is not working. If he can't talk, if he has speaking problem, like we all know, we all believe that he has some kind of dementia issues. He can't really think fast. He can't absorb for too long a time. He can't, you know, engage a very frank, you know, conversation. You guys should do him a favor and ask him to step aside. Nigeria is burning. The people are in actual pains as a nation. The nation Nigeria is collapsing. It is collapsing for real. So, if the president can't address the nation, possibly, probably, the best you guys can do is to tell him to resign. Is to tell him to step aside. This is not about South or North. No, it has gone beyond that. The problem affecting the nation today is not only affecting Nigeria. I mean, affecting the South. You guys should remember during 2015, Buhari actually asked Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. Ahmed Bola Tinubu actually asked Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. Malam Nasir El-Rufai actually asked Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. So, the then governor of Kano State did ask Jonathan to resign because of insecurity, guys. So, we're telling Buhari to please step aside. You're not qualified right now. It's not a treasonable offense. Okay, guys, if you can't speak, if he's not an orator, he cannot communicate with the people, then what is he doing as a leader? I also read, I don't know how true it is, that Lai Mohammed said it was the treatment that Buhari got in London that makes him not to speak well anymore. I don't know how true that is. But if that's what Lai Mohammed actually said, then I think the mental capacity of Alhaji Lai Mohammed should be questioned. His mental capacity should actually be questioned. Something must be wrong upstairs with him. I don't know why Nigerians are so greedy that they're ready to burn down the entire nation just for their own personal pocket. Is it because people have private jets that are going to run away when the country is down, sinking? What is actually wrong with African people? What is actually wrong with African people? For goodness sake. When are we going to be wise enough to understand how we can be able to do things the right way? I think it was in Edo State. Before I read this, let me tell you what happened in Edo State. They said a family was kidnapped, and the kidnapper demanded for a ransom of about 2.5 million. And the family actually got the money. Then the person that they sent, the man that they sent to go and deliver this money to the kidnappers, then boarded the bike. And the first money the backman I charged the guy was about 7,000 naira. Okay? Then he charged 70,000 naira. As they were going on the way, the backman knew that this man has about has some money on him. He now increased the money to 50,000. After a while, increased the money to 500,000. Then after a while, increased the money to 1 million. The backman. But as we're going deep into the forest, the backman was increasing the fare to 1 million. Even when the guy paid him the million, the guy wasn't satisfied anymore. He was scared that he might be harmed by the very particular backman. The backman said if he doesn't pay the 1 million, he's going to kill him. Luckily for this guy, while they were still moving on, the guy saw some vigilante in the forest. And the guy quickly raised an alarm. That's how this very bikeman was being arrested by the vigilante. And when they took him to the police station, they actually found 1 million naira on him that he had already collected from this guy. So no way is even safe. This is a bikeman that was employed, contracted to take him somewhere, and the price was agreed before he decided to start hyping the price, all because he saw some money and he saw some opportunity of taking, revenge on this innocent man. That's the Nigerian of today that we have. Okay, guys? Now I go. Spokesman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the 2019 election, Sowunmi, has faulted President Muhammadu Buhari for failing to appear before the National Assembly over the matters of insecurity in the country. Sowunmi believes that the president is being overprotected and the government is not creating an impression that the president is now creating an impression that they are coven of dark forces who are not willing to be seen in the light. End of quote. Speaking on Wednesday on Chinese television Politics Today, Sowunmi noted that beyond the president's failure to appear before the NAS, the real issue is a consistent pattern of failing to address Nigerians whenever the need arises. If the president does not go, the heavens will not fall, Sowunmi said, adding, but we are saying that there is a pattern here, and we practically have to beg him to speak to Nigerian youth during the NSAS protests. According to him, having conversation with Nigeria, however little, goes a long way to inspire hope. That presidential conversation could infuse hope. Do you know the power of just the president infusing hope, saying, I am on it? And for some, I can tell you this. Some I cannot tell you, but be rest assured that this is what is happening. A chieftaincy of the All Progressive Congress APC, Farouk Aliyu, who was also on the program, said the president is not bound to honor an invitation by the National Assembly over the insecurity in the country. President Buhari is not an orator, Aliyu said, adding that if he were to advise the president, he would tell him not to go, but rather send his service chiefs. That country is already a failure. I promise you. Responding to the comments, Sowunmi faulted the fact that the government was always creating an impression that the president does not know how to talk. No one should come and give us this impression that it doesn't even know how to talk. It can be guarded. The people who will ask the questions can be screened. We are protecting the presidency too much and creating the impression that the Buhari presidency is a clone or a cocoon or a coven of very dark force who are not willing to be seen in light, he said. This comes hour after the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, in a statement said the National Assembly had no constitutional power to summon the president. He also noted the right of the president to engage the National Assembly and appear before it. It is inherently discretionary in the president and not the behest of the National Assembly. Member of the House of Representatives on December 1st passed a resolution to invite President Buhari to brief the House on the issue, on the true state of the security situation in the countries. The decision of summon the president was taken at preliminary when the House considered a motion moved by member from Borno State on the recent massacre of over 43 rice farmers in the state by Boko Haram insurgency. In response to this, the president's personal assistant on social media, Loretta Onoche, announced on Monday, December 7th, that the president will address a joint session of the National Assembly. End of news. Okay, guys, that is what actually happened there. The thing is actually breaking our heart. The way and manner Buhari is being guided by the handlers. It's making us to believe every day what Nnamdi Kanu is saying over Buhari. Because the moment you begin to do the same thing over and over and over again, people will start having some level of consciousness. Start thinking towards what other people are saying. That are you actually sure this man is alive? Sowunmi said he's alive, but that guy is dementia. He's really, really sick. I want to call on the PDP. Can they actually raise up a motion that the health situation of Buhari should be checked? Yes. Let them raise a motion and ask for the health situation of President Muhammadu Buhari so that they can easily know if his health situation is actually okay. He should be checked. Very, very important. He can't do a live broadcast. Every broadcast that he has been doing since he returned from London had been recorded broadcast. It is becoming worrisome. Some of us are beginning to see or to suspect that most of the things that the IPOB are saying are becoming a little bit true to us because of the way and manner the issues of the government is being handled. We all should start thinking, is something wrong with the Buhari himself? Is something wrong with the presidency? That every time they've been washy-washy over him appearing to speak to his people. It's not our king. It's not our king. We actually elected him. We gave him that mandate that is carrying today. So people should not tell us we don't have the right to ask him questions. We do have right. We pay him his salary. We take off his entire family. He's on the throne today, on the seat today as president of Nigeria because we asked him to be there. It was our vote that actually brought him to power. Therefore, he is answerable and accountable to us anytime duty calls. we all must wake up right now. Because we'll continue. Buhari has become a dictator. That is the truth. They've actually so much pampered him that they have made him to become a tyrant. I don't know if it's Buhari that is taking the decisions, because the way and manner I'm seeing what is happening around him, I think, just like Aliu just said, and I said, Buhari is not an orator. But Buhari was one guy who speaks a lot before now. So it means something is wrong somewhere. Before he went to where he went to, he was always addressing Nigeria until he fell sick. I spent about 7 months or thereabout in London. At the time he returned back, that is where the entire system changes. You see him less on functions. He speaks less to his people. Even when he's having meetings with anyone, it's always a closed-door meeting. It is only the people that normally come out to say, we want to go and meet the president. Look at what he said. It's really getting us worried as a people. How can we have a president that we cannot communicate with? Donald Trump is on Twitter every day. Donald Trump is on Facebook every day. Donald Trump is on the media every practically day, giving information to his people. The same thing with other presidents. The Prime Minister of Sweden is always on the news, having press conferences or press conferences every day in relation to COVID-19. Now, they actually have a COVID-19 panel, okay, or committee. This nation had one. But the Prime Minister and the President is always on the side, by the side of the chairman of the committee, giving out details. Giving out details. As bad as the COVID-19, to the point that the COVID-19 even took the life of his best and most trusted allies, Abakari. The president had not deemed it fit to stand side by side with the committee to address the nation. The insecurity ravaging the entire nation is scary. In a sane climate, he ought to have addressed the Nigerian people. Nowhere is safe in the nation anymore. Nowhere. Nowhere. Every part of Nigeria is now a no-go area. The truth is, Nigeria is at war with itself. We are having an internal war. And the truth is, it is not a conventional war, it is a guerrilla war. Where you don't know who your enemy actually is. That is the point the Nigerian state is today. We are in a guerrilla war where you don't know where your enemy is coming from and which part is passing through. The youth took the street for 3 whole weeks. The president never showed up. But during the George Floyd protest in the United States, Donald Trump was actually coming out nearly every 45 minutes to address the situation. To address the situation in America during that time. People will come and start telling you the Senate or the National Assembly does not have the right to summon the president. Who told you that? The president bowed before them when he's submitting his budget. The president takes permission from them after he has appointed. They are the one that confirms his appointees. The law that the president is actually working on today is being created, being fashioned by the National Assembly. If the National Assembly cannot invite the president for talk, but they can impeach him, which is more stronger, to invite you to explain to us or to get an impeachment notice. I can't even try. I'm trying to understand how they are trying to put the law is. If they can invite him, but they can actually impeach him. Right? You see, guys, that country is a joke. That nation is a pure joke, guys. It's a pure joke. That is the truth of matter there. It's a pure joke. Nigeria is a joke. A big, not just a joke, a big fat joke of a people. A big fat joke, guys. Look at what the IG to a police officer. When your life is in danger, use your firearms. See, that's just all they know. Brutalization. As I said, we're actually operating a tyrannical government today. An autocratic government in Nigeria today, whereby you have no say. No government in the world, no police commandant in the world that will tell his people to use firearm. None. None. I have traveled a little bit around the world. No government will tell its people to use firearms. No government. No government. No government. But this is what is happening, coming out from the mouth of the Inspector General of Police. Okay? Let me give you the news. Then we'll do some analysis on and read some comments that we are done for today. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has warned police officers in the country that while defending themselves or preventing anarchy, they are meant to shoot, to aim, not to kill people, and not to kill anyone. To shoot, to where? Shoot where? Have you ever? I've been in Sweden, guys. I've been in Sweden, guys, for close to 20 years. I have never seen I've never heard of any gunshot from any quarters. The community I live in is actually the community. There is the local government I live in. There's a community in this local government that is actually really, really volatile. Do you know in this community, this part of this community, people actually throw water sachet, things on the police vehicle. Yet they never shot at them. Never shot at them. Never shot at them. Never. Never shot. Not even a rubber bullet. What they might use is water cannon on the protesters. They have a shield and use water cannon. Speaking against the breakdown of the recent NSA protests nationwide, which was hijacked by hoodlums and led to the burning of several police stations nationwide, the IGP added that policemen should shoot the suspects on the leg, not on the heart. Can you imagine this moron? All these guys are actually morons. Shoot on the leg, not in the heart. How can he aim on the leg? You ask him to shoot. You've already given your people an order to kill innocent Nigerians. And nobody is talking about this. No one. This was an order from the Inspector General of Police. Shoot on the leg, not on the heart. Shoot them, kill them. Nothing happens. So you now find that the shooting by the police is not actually anything. It is an order from their boss, who sees you and I as nobody, but they protect criminals. I demonstrated this on Tuesday while on a one-day working visit to Ebonyi State Police Command. He urged the officers to use their firearm whenever their lives were in danger. Now, what is the definition of danger? You see, in Nigeria, we only give an open check to the military formations, whether the police or the military or wherever. We only give an open check. What is the definition of when your life is in danger? What is the danger? If I resist an arrest in Nigeria now, it's going to be danger. They're going to kill you. Yeah. If I say I'm not going with you, which happens even in every part of the world, it's danger. They're going to shoot you. You only say when your life is there, it means they have the life to extrajudicially kill anyone, execute them. You are the judge and you are the jury. You are the prosecutor, and at the same time, take the laws into your hand, kill them, nothing happens. Just tag them, you were defending yourself. The IGP lamented the number of police deaths and destruction of police stations during the protest, warning that the police follow the laid down rules of engagement while coming out against protesters. Which laid down rule was followed? Nigeria is actually a joke, oh my brother. Nigeria is not a joke. Some first they say, when they come house, one can go stay for us. Blessed will go start having a rethink. That country is a joke. Adamu said, when your life is in danger, use your firearm. You are not meant to kill, but to maim. Shoot the suspect on the leg, not on the heart. Maim them so that maybe they will become a handicap. The EndSARS protest started from Delta to Lagos and other parts of the country. The motive behind the protest was not EndSARS, but an attack on the government. That's what they always say. A government that has failed the people. What do you expect the people to do? The SARS be actually killing us, killing our brothers, killing our husbands, killing our fathers. It became unbearable for the people. They had to make an uprising. Every time you try to correct something, they said you are against government of Buhari. Do you know that Buhari did worse in 2014 against Jonathan? Nobody ever said he was against anyone. We all supported him because we actually felt Jonathan was not working. So the police provided them cover. Their aim was not a peaceful protest as it turned to violence a few days after. You guys, you see the way Nigerians leaders, they lie? This protest was for 3 whole weeks peaceful. For 3 whole weeks peaceful. It was when the police and the army were carrying hoodlums in their vehicles, dispatching them to different locations, that this peaceful protest turned into violence. Because the government of Nigeria does not actually know what to do with the youth because of the peaceful manner in which the protest was being carried out. They have to engage, the service of machineries who came in and disrupted the whole thing and began to cause havoc on the cities, which now eventually led to the breakdown of law and order. And let me also say carefully, Mr. IGP, that actually the actual burning of police stations and the killing of police stations happened after the massacre at Lekki Toll Gate by the military in collaboration with the Nigerian police. which the CNN has actually confirmed through their video that they presented during the Lagos State panel of inquiry on the aftermath of the NSAS and the police brutality. So you guys should stop deceiving the world with half-baked information that you guys pass across to the world. The world, as you know today, are big figures, and even the government of this world listens to some of us, knowing fully well that we are the actual people that actually give the true account of what is happening in our nation. Because the traditional TV stations are no more respected because of the biasness that is now being created by these people. So the world is not stupid. You can deceive yourselves, but you cannot be able to deceive Nigeria. Buhari said he was being disgusted by the way and manner the foreign stations like the CNN and BBC, handle the NSAS protest. You are killing your people, and you are saying the world should not know. Their aim was not a peaceful protest, as it turned out to violence a few days later. The reason was to attack the police that can protect the citizen and corporate officers in the country. You guys are actually the one are killing us. Have you asked who gives your NSAS boys POS? Have you asked how a guy who received 40,000 naira is building a mansion of 100 million? Have you asked that a guy who gets 60,000 naira as monthly salary is driving a GLK to office in the morning? Have you asked how your boys are making so much money when their salary is not even enough for them to take care of their families? You never asked, because you're also part and parcel of the criminal elements in the Nigerian police force, because you went from zero to become an IG. So that shows you have been involved in the daily collections from the police, who are always at the highway with uniform, robbing innocent Nigerians. I remember in 2011, I shipped a car to Nigeria, and I returned the same. I returned the very day the car was being collected, because I did it like that so that to be easy for me, so that I can use the car to return back home to Benin. So I was in the car with my brother, and we did all the job. We sent money down. Before I came in, they did the number plate, and everything was done. So as the car was cleared 2 days before I came, the number plate, everything was already ready. They just put everything in. The registration of the car was ready. So the car wasn't even an old car anymore, because he had all the documents ready to move. So while we're coming on the way, because there's this sticker they normally put on cars when it comes out from the wharf. When you come out from the wharf, there's a sticker they put on it. So the sticker was seen on the car. Myself and my wife were in the car. My brother was driving, and one other guy who was a retired military officer was in the car also. We were coming in, and the police stopped us. Park. We parked. I was at the back, and that was my first time of going home after so very many years. And he just said, "Okay, can you park? Who are the occupants of the car?" So I went down, because it was also a tinted glass. So I went down from the back. I said, "Officer, now well done, no." And he said, "Okay, well done, sir." Then he went to my brother. "Can I get your particulars?" He gave me. "Can I get your license license?" He gave me. I said, "But this car was just cleared 3 days ago. How do you get all these papers? How do you get this?" They began to embarrass the young man. I was forced to speak, because that was my first time. Things were actually getting it was not the way and manner that I was thinking. But these papers are correct. Now play at the play. These guys had us for a very long time. I refused to give them money because I had no naira on me. But my brother had to give them 1,000. They said no, it had to be 5,000. I told them, for what? For what? Say if I'm not giving them, I'm going to stay here. I said, yeah, it's okay for me. Say, but no, say you come from my brother. Because you see your back, we see everything, we see your skin. Anything will happen to you after, now you know. That was what they told me. The police told me that anything will happen to me after, now me know. That means they will leave, they will hold me there till when it's night. They will leave and go away. So whatever that I see on the highway there, it is my cup of tea. But I have no option that to not ask the guy who was sitting with my brother to see if he has money. That can not bring an extra 1,000 and give to them. They not give them 1,500 before they allow us to go. They know they don't have anything to hold me with, but they can actually hold you at the middle of that highway. Because there are many cars, they aired their papers, people were complaining. They will hold you there until when they know it is no more safe for you. They can even kill you. When it's not night, they kill you by themselves. They will kill you by themselves. Because you already told me, I know that you came from abroad. They will kill you by themselves and take your money. And even if they will put gun for your head. If nothing wrong with you, they will put gun for your head, call you an armed robber. The president supported the police and the governors forum, saying that we love our police. What happened because of the attack on police turned for the police to be demoralized as bank, companies, private and public properties were destroyed. Other sectors were attacked. Police were not only the worst hit. Nigerian police will never again accept such type of violent protest. There was never a violent protest. There was never a violent protest. I actually was on the show every day. Sometimes 6 hours I am on the show trying to cover the protest all over the Federation, particularly in Benin, in Lagos, and in Delta State. I had people on ground. My daughter was in Lagos, Precious Omori. She was live at Lekki, gave me a report from Lekki. Apostle Ujunosa was in Benin. Aliko was there. Ago Blessing was there. They were all in Benin, giving me the situation report, and also have people in Delta State that was giving me a report on what was happening on ground in these states. It was never violence. It was more like a fun fair for the youth of the nation during that time. Okay? If you want to protest, we provide security, but it should be within the law. Why did you stop the December 7th protest? Why did you stop people from protesting in Abuja and Lagos during December 7th? Why did you send down a lot of whatever to them? If actually you wanted to protest, because you are scared of the disgrace that you guys are getting as a result of the nonsense you are doing on the Nigerian people. We'll continue to tell you guys the truth and the pain of the truth. When your life is in danger, use your firearm. You are meant to maim, not to kill that person. The officer that died did not die in vain. We have promoted them and look into the issue of compensation. Welfare issues will be addressed. We have a health insurance scheme. You guys always talk. All the policemen that have died, they actually died in vain. They died in vain. Nothing good had actually come out from everyone that have died. Nothing good, brother. Nothing good. Nothing good. So let's look at some comments. That's what I will do. We read some comments, some very important comments. One Shola Akiwande said the idea of Buhari not being physical is the most laughable, ridiculous, and idiotic one I have ever heard in my life. I pity the proponent of such a silly scenario. One Farouk Salam says that name Buhari will never be forgotten in Nigerians' history as the most acidic name to ever come from mankind. This guy wicked. Said that name Buhari will never be forgotten in Nigerian history as the most acidic name to ever come from mankind. The identity of that person that the APC and the identity of that person that the APC stroke some northern elites are hiding in Aso Rock in the name of Buhari, president, that they don't want people to see publicly will soon be revealed. I'm beginning to believe that. Peter Paul said Buhari is nothing but a disaster to everything in the country, a waste of time and resources. Suleiman Shegun Owotunde said the actions and inactions of these desperate northern cabals is gradually revealing to us the real identity of the man in Aso Rock. The Muhammadu Buhari we voted for in 2015 only could not be hidden to attend to so many functions that it used to do in 2016. One John Esebude said APC and PDP politicians are sent by the devil to suck the blood of Nigerians and Nigerians dry. And they are doing very well. The Sorosoke generation have a lot of work to do. Mobilize and strategize to take over a political party and get political power. We have the number, you have the passion and energy. All you need is deep thinking, tactical alliance, and patience to run the marathon. It is either that or Nigeria is doomed with these APC and PDP demons. I think I concord 100% with this very particular commenter. Look at one of that lazy youth here. I think this guy's a lazy youth. One Victor Umana said, "You may not address us, but you should address the issue. If you avoid us, you don't avoid issues. If you can't be someone to speak, summon yourself to act. And if you are insecure in our deliberative midst, just secure the country and let us have the promised peace." This is well articulated comment. I think I'm really pleased with that. Ishaya Ali says, "I know they are overshading the president. The only thing we hear from Buhari is ha ha ha. The military faithful." I can't even read this northern man right up. Let me not go and cut my tongue. Saying not honoring Rep Somo is an act of executive high-handedness. Something is wrong somewhere. There is a cover-up of something. If not, why is FG treating Buhari as an incapacitated fellow? Ola Rewaju Gabriel Faith said the cabals, as earlier argued by the late wife, are doing everything possible to silence any form of opposition. God will uproot them this very month. Chibuikem Maduako says exactly what I was saying earlier. How can they be using constitutional power to protect an underperforming leader? Of what use is such constitution then? If a leader is falling short in office, we demand that we get the hike out of this, not minding whether the constitution agrees with it or not. What useless constitution gives an incompetent leader the power to be foolish and not questioned by the people he's leading? The constitution is supposed to help make things better, not protect unreasonable leaders. Then the last I'm going to read for today. Innocent Sunday Chijoke. I just want to put a word to Gabashew, Lai Mohammed, Additional, and Erufai. Assuming PDP was leading this country exactly how they had led it from 2015 to now, these songs of praise being showered on the president, would it have been the same? When we point a finger to someone, let's remember 3 other fingers are pointing to us. The Nigerian state is so divided, and instead of shunning bitterness, instead of us to say the truth at all time. True politics is a dirty game. Truly, politics is a dirty game. But the question is, who made it dirty? The same vein it made dirty, it can also be made clean. I think we should come to a point where the Northerners forgive and forget all that led us to this point. And also the Southerners forgive and forget all that has brought us this divided for long. A genuine and concrete effort should be made by the Nigerian stakeholders to come up with a new people constitution that will bring about justice, peace, progress, and equity. Let's reflect. The people who passed this hatred to this generation, most of us have all died. But this idea of hate keeps growing. It's doing us more harm than good. Once one is 65, they should stay out of politics. They can become elder statesmen, advising the younger ones. God will strengthen us to be wise. So today, this is going to be the end of today's show, guys. I want to say a big thank you to every one of you who actually did me feed to come out this early morning to receive the money dose from the stable of Matter Arising with Humanist Steven. Before I go, guys, I want to say, please, those of you that are still following me on my private Facebook page, here, Matter Steven, please kindly turn over to my page, Matter Arising with Humanist Steven, which will become more effective from 1st October 2021. Because I'm already having a lot of issues with my private Facebook page. I need to actually now move this whole show to my page, known as Matter Arising with Humanist Steven. Go to Facebook, just type it there, Matter Arising with Humanist Steven, and you will get it there. Like the page, follow the page so that when I'm online, you get an automatic notifications. God bless you guys. See you later in the day again as we continue in exposing, enlightening, educating our people for a better and a more workable nation called Nigeria. Have a blessed day, guys, and bye for now.